Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is a little bit of a different setup, but we'll talk about that later. So this is a whip and chat. This might be a long whip and chat, a two-part whip and chat, or a two-part really long whip and chat. I have not whipped nor chatted with you guys in a bit. Because I've been a little depressed and a little sick, and there's been some traveling, which of course requires several days of prepping on my part. Sorry, let me see how I can get you guys to see that. Emotionally and mentally, I have to prep. So yeah, I've been filming videos. Like, I have a two-part unboxing that should be coming soon, and then yeah, this is too short. I have a two-part unboxing which should be coming soon. And then I have a couple of other videos that I'm recording. I haven't sat down and edited them because lazy? That's my reasoning. But since I haven't talked to you guys in a bit, this is definitely, probably, most likely, it's gonna be very squirrel brainy, so I want to apologize in advance for that because I can't fix that. Wish I could. I go to therapy and try. But first of all, let me tell you what I'm working on. This is a cross stitch. I believe I've talked about it in some video. If not, that's what it looks like. It's Stitching Land. There's Sea Sunset. Yeah, so let's get into the chatting because I'm doing the whipping, and I hope you guys are either doing the whipping or doing the listening. Here, let me move you guys up a little bit. I am in bed. I'm not feeling any types of good physically, so I am in the bed. But hey, I'm not sniffling, which is normally how you guys hear me sick. So, whoop whoop. Okay, so I cannot remember the last time we whipped and chatted, but I believe I was doing a tag. I might do a tag because I think in order for this whip and chat to be interesting, excuse me while I put thread in my mouth, in order for this whip and chat to not only be interesting, but also to kind of go easy on my body because I am getting over something. Oh my gosh, sorry, I'm in bed, so my dog has to burrow like a little naked mole rat. Sorry. So yeah, to make this a little bit interesting, I think I'm going to probably have to cross stitch and then maybe take a break. And then diamond paint, because I do want to diamond paint. I haven't diamond painted in like 3 days, but I got a bit of diamond painting done yesterday on erase, and I want to continue that like momentum, just because I don't know if I'm the only person who does this, but like I will like switch over to, say, cross stitching. I'll switch over to cross stitching for a little bit, and then I'll just get all consumed with cross stitching. I can never be like cross stitch for a little bit, diamond paint for a little bit. It's like, nah fam, I'm gonna go balls to the wall, cross stitch, balls to the wall, diamond painting. Also, my cat's about to climb up the door frame, so if you hear scratching, he's hyper. I don't know if anybody else's cats literally climb walls, but if you want one, I got one for the low, low price of, come pick him up. No, I'm kidding. I love him. Maybe. I'm kidding. Who knows? Okay. So sorry. My threads ran out on a couple of these. So I'm just threading them up real quick. Okay, so I'm going to start with last week. So last weekend was Diamond Art Club's, I guess, soft launch of their new diamond paintings. Got it. They officially launched them April 15th, but I guess if some people got like VIP emails, I wasn't quite sure what that meant. I believe Miss Crochet and Coffee, Crafting with Miss Crochet and Coffee goes over, I think she said it's like a stone system. Not testicles, but emeralds and like sapphires and stuff. So, anyway, there was like a VIP email sent out, and also if you don't attend her lives, and let's pray she keeps doing those lives, because people, I get why she's not wanting to do them. They're becoming extremely taxing for me, and I don't even do lives. I am having trouble keeping up with everybody who is going live every day. Like, I can schedule time out of my day to, sorry, I'm looking at this. I can schedule time out of my day to attend like one scheduled live. So I have to do this off screen too because I can't let you see my graph, sorry. So Miss Crochet and Coffee has Fridays, and so I've scheduled Friday evenings to attend her lives. Cody will watch them with me. It's part of like our Friday routine. I would be more than happy to attend people's lives who schedule them and who are consistent with them. It's almost like a television show. I know every like Friday at yada 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 time and yada yada yada, or Monday or Tuesday, I need to be in front of my TV watching, you know, a live that's about to happen, or a TV show that's about to happen. But when they're randomly just popping up on my phone and I'm driving or I'm cooking or I'm, you know, otherwise indisposed, I can't attend them. And one, that's stressful because I want to support, you know, the channels I like and the channels I really am devoted to. Yep, see, he climbed the wall. I want to support those channels. But I think it is the creator's responsibility to sort of create a schedule and to not bombard people with a live every single day. And I mean, I can't tell you how frustrating it is to be sitting with, like, okay, so for example, the weekend I was telling you, so last weekend, oh, and I have the sniffles, so you know what, God's punishing me, cool. The weekend before last, Miss Crochet and Coffee had her live, and the DACs dropped, and you best believe, yes, I purchased some DACs, and that's what I was talking about with the VIP email. I was able to purchase some on Saturday, and then early Sunday morning I grabbed one, and then Monday I grabbed one. No, I didn't get any Saturday, but I got 2 Sunday and 1 Monday. Or Monday, Tuesday. I don't know. It's kind of a blur. But Sunday, I went over to my dad's, and he made his amazing, yet rarely ever happens, ribs. He doesn't barbecue a lot anymore, but I'm hoping since it's summer, he will do it a little bit more once him and my stepmom come back from visiting her son and her grandson in Crimea, which is, I don't know, it's hard to explain. It was in the Ukraine, but sorry y'all, if this is out of focus, I'm blind, and so I'm having to like stretch my eyeballs. It was in the Ukraine, but then it's technically like a part of Russia now, and it's just like politics. Let's not go there. Yeah, so I was there, and we were having barbecue and corn, and it was just like such a nice, relaxing day. Our phones were put away, but like, come on, I'm a millennial. My phone is sort of like always close by because, you know, I feel like the earth will stop if it's not. And I got notification after notification after notification of lives. And it wasn't just one live. It was a person going live repeatedly over and over. And I was just like, oh my gosh. I would very much like to have my YouTube notifications on so that I know when, like, some of my, you know, favorite channels are posting. But it sucks because I'm also having to see other channels which I support basically spamming my YouTube inbox. Like, I have been a part of several YouTube communities, not just as a creator. I think I did BookTube, which, if you guys don't know what that is, it's a really awesome community. It is just like it sounds. There are, one second, sorry. There are creators who will, sorry, coffee. There are creators who will talk about books they've read, and then there's, you know, there's crocheting. There's so many YouTube communities, but my point is, in those communities, live is used as a channel enhancer, and it's not used as just a constant way of communicating with people. And I'm getting really, really frustrated how many lives are happening and how this platform for diamond painting is sort of becoming a, I don't know exactly how I would put it, but it's becoming like almost stressful. I want to be able to sit down and listen to whip and chats. That's what I was doing this morning before I decided to start filming. I was catching up on whip and chats, and I was catching up on like people and their unboxings and just rambly videos, like gone off my meds, like I think she said a couple times that she put out quote unquote horse shit. I think this was last year, and when I was first watching her, I heard her say this, and I'm like, well, if what you're putting out is horse shit, please hand me a shovel so I can move it towards me. That was cooler in my head. But I think you guys get my drift. I would like more content, and I'm not even gonna lie, I have been unsubscribing to certain channels that are just flooding my YouTube feed with lives. It's very frustrating, and I feel as though as a creator, you have to understand your audience and what they want. And I don't think a bombardment of lives is what any of us wants. I feel like, and I hope you notice I'm saying I feel, because this could absolutely just be my opinion. But I feel that it's a much better tool to supplement the videos you are already creating. And you don't have to edit your videos. You can film a video on your phone and then post it to your channel. I mean, there is no need for this to be complicated. We are sharing our craft. You don't see my channel have a bunch of like crazy movie editing magic. I edit because I like to edit, but I mean, sometimes I can't give premium quality content because of what A, B, C, or D, whether it's my mindset or my computer's being janky, or, you know, fuck, that I just don't want to. I think my point, because, yeah, I know I'm suffering from severe squirrel brain, but when am I ever not suffering from severe squirrel brain? Squirrel brain is me. I am it. We live together. If you open up a channel on YouTube, it is your job to follow the platform you've decided to get on. Twitch is an amazing live stream channel or live stream social media platform. If you want to live stream, Twitch is your place to go. YouTube is for creating videos, and then they have a live option for the reason of supplementing your channel's content. And see, I don't do lives for a lot of reasons, but one of the many reasons I don't do lives is the fact that I know I'm not in a position right now to set a scheduled time to make sure everybody is notified of that time, to make sure a good majority of my subscribers can attend that live, to make sure I'm not interfering with other channels who have maybe not staked a claim to that spot, but who I know, you know, pretty reasonably in the back of my head have a very steady live on that day. I mean, having a YouTube channel is about research and it's about planning, and that does include lives. And like I said, you know, there needs to be integrity, and there needs to be the foresight to plan out your supplemental lives. I cannot stress that enough. You are a creator on YouTube. Redneck Beauty did an awesome video that was full of ranting, and I fucking loved it. I was just cheering her on because, I mean, that woman can rant. But, no, she said this too, you know, YouTube is about creating videos. It's not about going live. And I'm sorry I'm ranting about this because I know I've posted in Diamond Painting Underground and Crafting with Miss Crochet and Coffee and Rachel Ray. I know I've posted about this. I know. But there comes a time... Oops, I fucked up a little bit. There comes a time when apparently people saying things once or twice isn't really working. And I really want this community to last, but I feel like the frustration that is building within a lot of us, or maybe not within a lot of us, but the frustration that is building over this constant bombardment of lives is just kind of insane and very, very, very off-putting. So that's my little unexpected rant about that. But you know what? It's my whipping chat, and I chat about what comes to my head, and it's still really, really bugging me, because I think people have heard a lot of people voice their opinions on if they like this or not, and a lot of people have not listened, which is extremely unfortunate. Okay, so I'm done with that. Like I said, a couple weekends back, I went to my dad's. He is going to be leaving pretty soon for Crimea with my stepmom, which means there will be 2 extra dogs in my house, bringing my animal count from 6 to 8. And then he has 2 exotic birds. He's had them since, gosh, I was little. One's 19 and one's about 16, 17. And so I was asking him, because we're in my bedroom right now, and across the hall there are 2 other bedrooms that we don't really use. We call them the pink room and the blue room. No, there's no red room, dirties. We call them the pink room and the blue room because that's just like what they're painted. I know, we're super original. The pink room's got like photos, and it has like, I don't know, different storage stuff. I have some of my diamond paintings in there, which I really need to go through and kind of purge the ones that I'm never gonna do, because like I think I've said before, I went a little bit AliExpress crazy when I first started diamond painting, and I definitely didn't understand quality over quantity, which I'm now starting to. Or I'm not now starting to. I'm now implementing that in my purchase philosophy. So yeah, in the pink room, there's that. In the blue room, we use that sort of as an office for inventory of books. There's a spare mattress in there that I feel very comfortable having, because, you know, Cody needs to get away from me. Spare mattress if I need to get away from him. Spare mattress. I will kick my damn self out of my bedroom if I'm mad enough. So yeah, why was I talking about spare bedrooms? Oh, right, birds. So I asked him, well, I've started seeing my therapist again. I should say that. I have started seeing my therapist again. I am on a new medication that is supposed to help with the cycling. If you've heard of cycling before, it's normally what people with bipolar disorder will do. They'll cycle between manic, between sort of like a stable mood, and, it's a cycle of emotions that, normally you want kind of like a straight line with your emotions, but some people will have just like a circle. They cycle constantly with their emotions. And while I used to have a diagnosis of bipolar disorder. I thankfully do not have bipolar disorder. But I do have like severe depression and anxiety and all that good. Sorry, I'm stretching. Sitting in my bed hurts my back and butt, but shut up, Catherine. Yet, that's what I wanted to say, yet, it's comfortable, so. Anyway, I'm on this new medication. It's actually a medication that's used as a mood stabilizer and for epilepsy. Don't ask me why medications have dual purposes. It's pretty cool, but it's also kind of like, that's interesting. It's supposed to help me stop cycling between very high times of anxiety and very low times. Like, I was having a lot of, like, really, 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 really anxious moments. And then I was having, like, calmer moments, but I was still anxious. And because of that, I never had a break to just work on my anxiety, which I normally am able to do. I'm normally able to say, hey, I'm having anxiety right now. I need to focus on the cause, and I need to find a way to deal with it. But I wasn't really getting that break in between the ups and downs. So my psychiatrist put me on this medication to help kind of calm down my anxiety cycling so that I could work on those issues. But I realized I needed to start seeing my therapist again, because there's something about my therapist. He is an amazing guy. He's been with me through a lot, and he just understands who I am, maybe better than I do sometimes. Because remember, I was about to say, remember, I'm human. No, I'm an alien. He reminds me not to tear myself apart so much that I lose sight of who I am. So he's kind of the keeper of who I am. He doesn't know me better than me, but he reminds me of what I'm capable of and what I can do. And I don't know, it's nice to see him. It's nice to have someone to talk to that isn't my fiance or, my parents or friends. I don't know what that noise was, but I think it was laughable about me saying friends. Okay, I guess that whole story was to tell you I'm on new medication. Excuse me. I know, yawning. How dare I? But, yeah. I don't know what that was about. Oh, wait, no, yes I do. Oh, cool. Maybe the squirrel brain is eating a nut and chilling. So he told me to, well, first of all, he tried to ask me if I wanted to ask my father for, like, a more meaningful relationship. And I may or may not have burst out laughing, because I understand who my father is. He is a man of selective emotions, And when he does want to be like lovey-dovey and wants to have time to hang out and we get along, that's great. If not, I understand. I accept him for who he is. He doesn't really do well with emotions. So cool. I get it. I really do. And if, God forbid, knock on wood, something ever happened to him, I can look back and say that my relationship right now is where I want it to be with him. I don't want more from him than he can give. So after we had that conversation, he was like, well, why don't you ask your dad if the birds can stay with you? Because my dilemma is me and Cody and I only have one car right now. So the problem we're facing is going over to my parents' house every single day to feed the birds. And not only that, I don't want the birds to be alone. To feed the birds, to give them stimulation. I'm actually going to start working with Otto and Rosa. Those are the birds. And I'm going to try and get them more comfortable being out of their cage. Because, like, a really long story short, birds have emotions just like we do. The type of birds my dad has are actually they're actually as smart as a 5-year-old. They can talk. They have the same emotions, same thoughts, same feelings. So when my mother died, we were all grieving and the birds were grieving, and sometimes their grief came out in biting form. And just like, I don't know, that's something I don't really want to get into, but yeah, they haven't been out and been socialized in a really long time, and so I want to work on that with them. And I thought the best idea would be to have them come to my home, where I have 2 spare bedrooms that my cats don't ever go into, because my dad's like terrified my cats are going to kill the birds, which I'm like, ugh. If the fatties wanted to get up and try, cool, but I doubt it. But I mean, I'm obviously not stupid. I would also monitor the situation. But I don't know. I told Brooks that was going to be really stressful, me having to drive. I mean, my dad lives 10 minutes away, but still, like, that's taking 40 minutes, an hour, 2 hours out of my evening every day for a month to go and do that. But anyway, Brooks told me to ask him. I asked my dad. I got the answer I pretty much assumed I would, which was no, you need to come over here. 1, I think he wants me to check on his house. But 2, I also think he feels like if the birds are brought to my home, they won't leave, because Irina, my stepmom, already wants to give me the birds. I want the birds, but I would never take them from my dad because I know he loves them and they love him, and that's like a bond that's really, really not fair to put on the birds unless it's absolutely necessary. So yeah, anyway, the next month, May, is going to be really freaking fun because I'm going to be taking care of his dogs. One of them was my dog, Buffy. She's a West Highland White Terrier, a Westie. And then when I left the house and moved out, she became my stepmom's dog. And then Isaac actually was the last dog me and my sister rescued before she passed, and he's a dachshund. And when I went to live with my parents for a little bit after my sister passed, I lived with him for about a month. My dad fell in love with him and was like, I'll adopt him, because, you know, we were going to adopt him out. And so my dad adopted Isaac. He calls him Po Boy, like the sandwich, and an actual just poor person. because, you know, my father's that person. I'm going to pause real quick. I will keep what I'm talking about in my head, but I need you to count this row real fast. All right, we're good. I got it. Yeah, so, so I'll be watching those two. Buffy's almost 15, and so she is blind. She is stubborn as all get out still. Ever since she was a puppy, she's been stubborn. And she likes to tinkle around my house from, I guess, anxiety that her, like, parents, not parents, like, they are her parents, that they're not around. So she has some behavior issues when she's here, and it normally lasts about a week. And then Isaac is just very clingy, but he's also a dachshund, and dachshunds have notorious problems with their spine. And last year, unfortunately, Isaac had a problem with his spine where he, excuse me, coffee break. He ruptured one of his discs in his back, and he couldn't walk. It was like $4,000 to fix, and, you know, it was terrifying because we thought we were going to lose him, and that's like my dad's best friend. That dog is everything to my dad. And yeah, so that's going to be a little bit stressful because Gus over here, he's laying right there. Gus over here loves to, like, push down on Bishop's back with, like, his paw as, like, a signal, hey, let's play, bitch. And Bishop loves it. Like, that is the way that Bishop, because Bishop's older by 2 years? Almost 2 years. Yeah, you scratch your back. So that's Bishop's way of, like, kind of telling us, or, I mean, Bishop just taught Gus how to play. So I guess it's fine with Bishop because Bishop doesn't care and normally will start playing, or he'll just even let Gus sleep on him or with his arms around him. But I'm worried that Gus will try and play that way with Isaac, and Gus is like 90 pounds and Isaac's like 16 pounds. So there's like a lot of logistics involved, and also this past week we've started letting the dogs sleep in the bed with us, which I've always been like a let animals sleep in the bed with you type person. Oops. But for a lot of issues, Bishop wasn't like great at being Bishop wasn't really taking to potty training after the apartment. He had a few accidents in the apartment, but he knew that walking on a leash meant going outside, and I was normally like there to tell him when we were going out, so kind of leaving him to his own devices. He will tell me when he needs to go potty, but most of the time it's Gus who will tell me, or before we had Gus, I would sort of just let him out every hour. So I don't know. I guess I didn't trust Bishop with potty training. And then with Gus, he was a puppy and he was emaciated when we first got him. Like, severely emaciated. He was like maybe 5 pounds. And at his age, which was like 7 or 8 weeks, he should have been a lot more than that, especially now that we're seeing how big of a dog he's become. It was just a lot, and so we wanted to make sure, for not only potty training reasons, but for safety reasons, like say there was ever a fire or an intruder, or just some situation where we needed to get the dogs to safety really quickly, we wanted them to know the command of go to bed, which immediately sends them wherever they are in the house, upstairs, and to their crates. So yeah, they are crate trained. They love their crates, but recently, because we took a trip, which I will tell you about, for Easter, we've just been letting them sleep with us, which has been really nice. But when Isaac and Buffy get here, they're going to have to go back into sleeping in their crates for a bit because Isaac and Buffy aren't crate trained, nor do my parents want them crate trained, because my dad is of view that crate training is somehow cruel. And no, my father is not uneducated. He actually used to breed dogs and show them around the country. It's just like in his older age, I guess. He thinks that you need to cook meals for your dogs, which, oh yes, I will be cooking the dogs white meat chicken and getting them lunch meat with no nitrates and feeding them vegetables. And I'm not even kidding, these dogs are going to eat better than I do. But yeah, so my dad is very much the guy who like pampers the crap out of his dogs. So I am being left in May with a shitstorm of stuff that I need to take care of. Whew. So I'm feeling overwhelmed by that. So that's another reason why I'm seeing Brooks. And it'll also be the first time that my dad has ever left the country and I haven't had any family members to rely on for help. My brother lives in Arkansas, which was a move he recently, like in the last 2 years, took without telling any of us because my brother has a tendency to get in fights with, this is my younger brother. My younger brother has a tendency to get in fights with my father and then run away like a petulant teenager. And this time he decided to buy a house in Arkansas. So, yeah. And that he and my father are really the only family I have. I do have an older brother, but he's not really good for anything. That sounds so mean, but trust me, I love him, and he is my brother. That's about it. So yeah, so May is going to be stressful, but I'm definitely trying to slowly start and figure out coping mechanisms. Like, I am loving acrylic pouring. The only reason I'm not doing it right now is one of the reasons I'm ill is, or not one of the reasons, but what I'm ill with is my asthma, as well as I think I've told you the guys this a couple of times, like in joking manner, but I'm like legitimately allergic to the sun. There is, ow, stabbed myself. There is a condition, I don't remember what it's called. It's called like photosensitivity, but that's not the one I have. There's like 4 or 5 different conditions you can have that make you allergic to the sun. It's not like in The Others, a horror movie with Nicole Kidman. I highly recommend. It's not like in The Others where her children couldn't even touch the sun or else they would just die. No. If I am out in the sun for prolonged periods of time without long sleeves, or I haven't tried this yet, I believe sunscreen will help to a degree. I will start getting hives on my arms, and where the areas that are affected are the back of my hands, my inner forearms, my outer forearms, the inner crease of my elbow, my neck, my face, and sometimes my legs. So I will get hives everywhere. And we, for Easter weekend, were outside 8 hours each day. And while it was so incredibly fun, so relaxing, such an awesome weekend, I have been dealing with hives like for 5 days. I have chamomile lotion right next to me on my bedside table, and I also have been taking Benadryl out the wazoo. Excuse me. I'm yawning because, you know, yawning. But yeah, I've been taking Benadryl out the flappin' wazoo. So yeah, I've been dealing with hives, and that's why I haven't been acrylic pouring, and I've also been dealing with asthma, which is why I haven't been acrylic pouring. And, oh, sorry, I was stretching my leg and I knocked down a bottle opener because I had a fever the other day and I wanted coffee and wine. Don't ask me why. I don't know, but I sweated out my fever. So, maybe I'm a genius and found a new way to cure fevers. Also, don't listen to me ever because that's not healthy. So, I'm counting, sorry. 6, so 29, 35, okay. Yeah. So, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, so in May, I'm trying to find things that I really enjoy. I actually have been acrylic pouring on tiles, and I'm gonna purchase some cork backing, and I soon will have acrylic pour fluid art coasters in my shop, which I'm really excited about because I love making them. And I'm really excited to see if people like them as much as I do. So yep. That's I'm trying to figure out things to do in May that are going to be calming and relaxing, because I swear I am going to be by the skin of my teeth making it through May. It's gonna be a difficult month because I watch my dad's dogs for like 8 hours sometimes, and I'll go over to his house and take care of the birds, and yeah, I go to bed that night tired, mentally drained, because I have a great dynamic in my house right now. By the grace of God, my cats get along, my dogs get along, they all intermingle well with each other, but when we bring 2 dogs into this house, everything kind of goes to shit. So yeah, I am probably going to pause this clip right here just because my throat is starting to hurt and my whole body's like starting to ache. I'm going to pause this clip right here, and probably next clip, excuse me, I'm yawning, we'll be downstairs diamond painting, and I will be a little bit more uplifting because I want to tell you guys all about my Easter and all about the cool things that I did, and you know, I got a really cool diamond painting accessory that I want to share, So yeah, I'm going to pause this. You guys will be back in literally 2 seconds. I am probably going to take about 30 minutes to an hour to kind of decompress from talking, because this is the most talking I've done since I got sick on Sunday. I know, can you believe it? I've literally just been texting like effing crazy because I have to get these thoughts out of my head before they explode. So I can't go without talking, and if I go without talking, you best believe my ass is texting. So anyway, sorry, I'll stop rambling. On to the next clip of diamond painting and coffee.